Okay, so I've seen all of my melanated queens on this app talking to their melanated queens about the situation at hand. So white women, come to the front. We have to have a discussion. There are going to be a lot of people, especially white men, trying to convince you that Kamala is not qualified to do the job. She is more than qualified to do the job. She is very educated. And if you want to bring up her affair that was forever ago, then we also have to talk about Donnie and how he's cheated on all of his wives, including the one he's probably still married to. So do not let deep-rooted white supremacy keep your eyes off the prize. She's exactly what we wanted. She's a woman. She's progressive. She's not even in her 60s yet. She would be the first Gen X president, first black female president. This could be a fucking beautiful thing. So white women, I beg of you, do not follow your husbands blindly. Do your research and vote accordingly. Because black women have been telling us for years what we need to do, and we have not listened, and we are going to suffer because of it. We can fix that by just listening to them when they tell us that this is the move. Okay? Don't fumble the ball. So white women, come to the front. We have to have a discussion. There are going to be a lot of people.
Yeah, it's going to be a no for us. Sorry. The whole video, all I heard from you was, you don't vote for her, you're a white supremacist. How dare you not vote for a woman? You should vote for a woman because she's a woman and because of the color of her skin. Not once. Oh, and then you tried to insult us saying that our men are going to tell us who to vote for. That's what we just heard from you. That was your whole speech on why we should vote for Kamala Harris. You know, sorry. Because she's an educated woman? I don't even give a fuck about her affair. I don't care. I don't know how you guys on the left don't understand that I don't care who the president sleeps with. What I care about is he going to be hired to do the job to fix this shithole that this Democrat Party has got us into. Okay? But all we're hearing from you is you don't listen to your husband who's going to force you to vote, because apparently we don't have minds of our own, according to people like you. But hey, guess what? We do. We're actually intelligent women over here. But we're not going to be voting for someone because of the color of her skin. What has she done policy-wise as vice president? I can tell you what she's done as a senator, which is lock up a lot of the melanated sisters, brothers, all of that you just basically said for ridiculous shit. I can show you people that were this close to being executed on death row because she withheld evidence, DNA evidence. And there's a lot of our melanated sisters and brothers that are coming out on this app saying absolutely not to Kamala Harris. But what I'm done listening to is liberal white women try to force us to vote for someone because of the color of their skin and the fact that she's a woman. Listen, I would love to see a woman president someday, but it needs to be like a Margaret Thatcher type of woman, not Kamala Harris. She's done nothing for this country. And you have to understand that she sat right next to Joe Biden knowing full well that he had full-blown dementia and lied to every single one of us. And what did she do as vice president? Her one and only job was securing the border. Did she do that? Abso-fucking-lutely not. 16 million people that now our inner cities like Chicago and LA and New York are going bankrupt because they have to take money away from programs that help minority communities and the poor communities to house all these people. But you want me to vote for her because she's a black woman. The answer is no. I'm sorry. And you can't gaslight us into it. The most offensive thing that you said, honest to God, was that all these white Christian men are going to be telling us who to think for and who to vote for. Like we don't have fucking minds of our own. We do, sweetheart. We got minds of our own. We are businesswomen out here. I'm a 3-time business owner and a happily married woman. Nothing you just said in this video makes me want to vote for Kamala Harris simply because of the color of her skin and the fact that she's a woman. And how many of you guys have just absolutely just fell right into track? She sat right next to Joe Biden, just so you're clear on that, knowing full well that his mind was gone and lied to everybody. And now you're watching the mainstream media gaslight the fuck out of all of us like we're a bunch of idiots, like we're stupid, like we didn't see this man had full-blown dementia. And now that same media who told us he was mentally fit for the job is trying to tell us that something is inherently wrong with us. And if we don't vote for her, we're fucking white supremacists? Because that's exactly what you just said. or we're internal misogynists. I'm so done with this shit. I really am. I'm sorry that your whole idea of who should lead the free world is simply wrestled down to the fact that she's got a vagina and the color of the melanin in her skin. But I'm sorry, over here, this country is in seriously bad standing. And I'm going to tell you something, on a domestic and a foreign way, we are looking very weak. We just had 2 Russian and 2 Chinese bombers flying around in international space that Alaska and U.S. had intercepted. The Chinese government has been able to buy up land all around our secure military strategic bases. Our enemies are watching us right now, and they are watching the absolute shit show that you want us to support for another 4 years. Do you think we want another 4 years of what we just been through? And we should, because of what? She's a woman? As vice president, she didn't do shit for this country. They sent her on little luncheons and made her do little speeches, go sit on The View, go on this radio talk show, go on this podcast. That's what she's done as vice president. That is her whole record. And as a senator and as a prosecutor, it didn't look too good. The reason she is where she is because people voted because of skin color and the fact that she was a woman. How did that work out for us the last 4 years? It didn't. We have a 50-year high inflation. Interest rates are at all-time high. Americans are struggling to pay for housing, food, gas, jobs. That is what we care about as women. That's important to us. The fact that 16 plus million people that don't belong here, that a large portion of them have committed crimes against women and children, that were led into this country, that our tax dollars are being forced to pay for while we try to survive in a 50-year high inflation. But yes, we are white supremacists if we don't vote for Kamala Harris. So please, stop. Stop, lefties. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter. I don't care if Beyonce came out. I don't care if Taylor Swift eventually comes out, because you guys are foaming at the mouth trying to force her to make a decision and come out and support Kamala. Come on, Taylor, we need you. No. And again, I would love to see a woman president. I would love it. Queen Elizabeth, Margaret Thatcher type women all day long. But I am not supporting somebody simply because of the color of her skin and the fact that she is a woman. And the fact that you think that our men make decisions for us, I can promise you, sweetie, they don't. And in case TikTok wants to come at me because someone gets their feelings hurt and says that I'm bullying or this is, harassment, it's not. I think she's a beautiful young woman, but I'm not going to be pushed into voting for someone simply because of the color of their skin or the fact that they're a woman. I care more about the state of this country right now, and it doesn't look good, and our enemies are paying attention. And that woman stood right next to all the mainstream media, every single Democrat, every single politician, and told us for the last 4 years that Joe Biden's mental state was completely fine. He's doing cartwheels in the White House, when we all saw that he wasn't. We're tired of the gaslighting. We're tired of the lying, and we're not going to be gaslit anymore. That's why Donald Trump is still way up in the polls over Kamala Harris. No matter how many liberal women get on this app and speak to us like we're fucking stupid and that our men do our thinking for us, sorry, it's a no. And I see thousands of women saying the same thing. And I mean thousands. You know who supports Kamala Harris? The same people who support the stuff that you support. That's who supports it. Real patriotic American women, we see this for exactly what it is. The media, the Democrat Party, and the DC political class that have run this country into the ground trying to prop up another candidate that the people didn't vote for. And no, because you voted for Joe Biden, she doesn't just get a free pass for votes. That's not how that works. You guys want to have your votes taken away from you, that's fine. Say what you want about Donald Trump. You don't like him, Trump derangement syndrome, that's fine, but we chose him. That was our vote. And is he perfect? Not by a mean, not by a fat chance. Is he made mistakes? Absolutely. Is he going to get our vote? 100%. And I will not be gaslit over female or skin color by liberal white women. I'm not going to do it. And yes, like I said, one more time, I would love to see a female president, and it's not going to be Kamala Harris. And I don't care what you guys say to us. Honestly, it's not going to happen. I hope you have a wonderful day. And TikTok, before you come at me with bullying and harassment, this is not bullying and harassment. This is me answering. She said, white women, come to the front. We got to have a conversation. So this is a white woman coming to the front, having a conversation and saying it's a big fuck no for me. Good talk.
So guys, that brings us to the end of the video, and please don't forget to click on the notification bell so that anytime a video is dropped, you'll be the first one to be notified. And as I said, laughter is the best medicine. So tell your friends to tell their friends. And your time is indeed appreciated. Keep in touch.